Good morning, children. Today we will see the chapter motion of class 9th, the CBSE syllabus class 9th. We will see the motion chapter. What is called motion? Before going to see that, we need to discuss about what is called motion and rest. What are called motion and rest? If you see an object, its position is not changing from time to time. After how much time, how many times we may observe that the object is same, that means its position is same. If the position is fixed for that object, we can say that object is in a rest. For an example, if we see an electric pole, we will see it. After 2 minutes, we see it will be present in the same place. After 2 minutes, like that, then we can say the electric pole is in a rest position. What is called motion? Motion means we have to observe that the position of the object is changing. Motion means if position of the object changes from time to time. If position of the object changes from time to time, then we can say that the object is in motion. Motion is relative. What is the meaning of relative? Means motion is relative, it is related. That means depending upon the surroundings, you will compare the position of the object with somebody. If you take a car, you will compare the position of the object of the car, position of the car with some object. For an example, a tree. At first, the car is next to a tree. After 2 minutes, the car is away from the tree. After 2 minutes, the car is very far from the tree. Here we are comparing the position of the car with respect to the tree, which we feel that it is in rest. So that's why one object position should be compared with another object. That means there must be comparison. That is called motion is relative. Without comparing the motion, without comparing the position, without comparing with the other object, we cannot say whether the object is in motion or rest. You see that when we are traveling in a train, when we see outside, we see that the objects are moving away. We feel that we are in rest and the remaining objects are moving away. So actually what is happening there? We are moving, we are in a moving train. We are moving along with the train, and the remaining objects what we are seeing, building, trees, those are all electric poles, those are in rest. Like that only, when we are observing a person beside, co-passenger beside of us in a train, when we compare with that person, we feel that we are in rest. Why? Because our position with respect to that person does not changes from time to time, even though we are in a traveling train. So there must be here, the whole thing what I want to say is there must be a reference point. There must be a reference point to decide whether the object is in motion or in rest. If you compare here, now I am standing here and you feel that I am in rest. When we compare with the position of the boat, I am in rest. If you compare with the earth, You know that earth is moving continuously, so we are on the earth, so we are also moving continuously, so that's why we cannot say we are in rest. You are comparing with the board or you are comparing with the movement of the earth. Depending upon that, it will be decided whether I am in rest or in motion. Next, in this chapter we are going to discuss about distance and displacement. So this completed motion, it is relative depending upon the position or the comparison of the position of the object with the position of the other objects. We can say an object is in rest or in motion. If we continue to further topics, we need to know about difference between distance and displacement. Generally in our daily life we will not feel that much difference between distance and displacement. We will not use the word displacement, but according to science there is lot of difference between distance and displacement. If you take an object which is at A and it has to reach to the point B, from A to B an object it has to move. I select so many ways or so many paths. This is path 1, path 2, path 3, path 4. This is path 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 paths to go from A to B. Here these are all distances. Distance means length of path traveled. Length of path traveled is called distance. 10 minutes. Length of path traveled is called distance. Here, this total length traveled by the object, it is the distance traveled by the object in the path 4. Like this is third. Like in the first one, this is the total length of the path, total distance traveled by the object from A to B. This is another one. But if you observe here, among these 4, if you see the third one, this is the shortest distance. These 4 are distances only. The shortest distance or the straight line path. The straight line path between the 2 points. Otherwise, the shortest distance between 2 points is called displacement. So, displacement is also one type of distance, but it is the shortest one among all the distances. Straight line path between the objects. Or otherwise it is called as shortest distance. Shortest distance between the points. Shortest distance between the points is called displacement. So, whatever the path you may travel, it is directionless. In which way path you may travel, the total length of the path is called distance. Its units are also centimeters or meters or kilometers. It will be measured in. Like that only displacement is also measured in centimeters or meters or kilometers depending upon the length. But here distance is a scalar quantity. Displacement is a vector quantity. Distance is a scalar quantity and displacement is a vector quantity. What is called scalar and vector quantities means the physical quantities which has only magnitude, that means 10 meters distance, that 10 meters is the magnitude. The physical quantity which has only magnitude are called scalar quantities. The physical quantities which have both magnitude and direction. Here displacement is a vector. Vector means along with magnitude. The train is traveling 10 meters per second speed, or he traveled 50 meters in north direction, like that. 50 meters is the magnitude, north direction is the direction it is mentioning. Like the displacement is a vector, that means it has both magnitude and direction. In your first 3 or 4, in your textbook you read first 3 or 4 pages this lesson, and wherever you have doubt you can ask me. Go through each and every line in the textbook, first 3 or 4 pages.